Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst airports in 2022.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at airports that you should put on your no-fly list unless you have no other options while traveling. Number 10. Geneva Airport. Formerly known as KUALA Airport, Geneva Airport is an operating base for Swiss International Airlines and EasyJet Switzerland. Although the airport's close proximity to the city is convenient, the location is one of the few bright spots. Otherwise, Geneva Airport has been criticised for its poor service, overcrowding, and above all else, unreasonably long queue times. In 2015, The Independent ranked it amongst the worst airports in the world. Geneva Airport responded saying that despite being one of Europe's oldest airports and having a single runway, they still have over 50 airlines. This statement also sums up what's wrong with Geneva Airport, however. Operating since 1919 and limited to one runway, it's time for Geneva Airport to make some serious upgrades. Number 9. Toronto Pearson International Airport. Named after Canada's 14th Prime Minister, Toronto Pearson International Airport is the Great White North's busiest airport. It's also Canada's largest, which one might hope would balance the airport's high traffic. Despite the abundant space, Toronto Pearson feels overstuffed with 75 airlines, almost 1,250 daily departures, and enormous crowds. The size of the airport also has disadvantages for passengers with connecting flights. It can be quite a pilgrimage getting from one gate to another, and if there are any delays, you probably won't make it on time. In a 2013 Flight Network poll, more than 70% of respondents named it Canada's worst airport. Even after Toronto Pearson improved its security and technology, a 2015 poll saw 35% of participants call it the country's worst flying experience, and the summer of 2022 certainly proved it. Number 8. Washington Dulles International Airport. At first glance, Washington Dulles International Airport draws you in with a sweeping main terminal designed by acclaimed Finnish-American architect Eero Saarinen. A pleasing exterior doesn't translate to an efficient airport, however. Beyond the entrance, Dulles International has a messy layout that's hard to navigate through. The airport possesses two midfield terminals, one for Concourse A and B, and another housing Concourse C and D. Sounds simple enough, but it's easy to get mixed up on the Aerotrain system, which takes you from the main terminal to the concourses. The Aerotrain may be quick, but those without much public transportation experience are inclined to become stressed and confused. I mean, airports are already overwhelming enough. Number 7. Brussels Airport. Situated in the municipality of Zaventem, this international airport stands out as Belgium's busiest with over 9 million passengers in 2021. Overcrowding isn't really the problem with Brussels Airport, however. The main complaint concerns luggage handling. For many of us, the most stressful part of flying is leaving our baggage in the airport's care. When the plane lands, we want to put our minds at ease, but all we can think about is our possessions potentially not showing up at baggage claim. In 2018, a baggage handler strike at Brussels Airport affected thousands of travellers separated from their checked bags. Almost 4 years after this massive disruption, Brussels Airport still receives complaints regarding its luggage handling, and that includes priority luggage. Number 6. Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Malaysia's busiest and largest airport, Kuala Lumpur International might be a divisive pick. On paper, it stands out from other airports with numerous stores, restaurants, a movie lounge, and even a tropical rainforest at its heart. So if you're stuck with a layover, at least there's plenty to do. That said, CLIA is infamous for its delays, with 33.7% of flights reportedly arriving late, according to World Atlas. More than anything else, we just want to get on our plane without any trouble. Honestly, most of the resources that have gone towards CLIA's bells and whistles probably should have been used to streamline the travel experience. CLIA feels like a shopping mall first and an airport second, when it should be the other way around. Number 5. Gatwick Airport. London Gatwick, as some call it, is among the UK's busiest airports. As you might have noticed throughout this list though, busy doesn't always mean quality. It just means that people have to fly and options are often limited. In a 2017 Air Help study, Gatwick Airport was ranked among the worst airports in the world. Gatwick Airport got especially low scores for punctuality and quality. Delays also seemingly factor into the airport's negative reception. Maybe we'd be lenient on the delays if Gatwick Airport made travellers feel comfortable, but one of its lounges was named the worst in Britain in one travel survey. When a lounge is described as grubby and basic, you can imagine what the rest of the airport's like. Number 4. Bogotá El Dorado International Airport. While the legend has changed over time, most people associate the words El Dorado with a city draped in gold. In terms of size, this Colombian airport can feel like a kingdom, but the comparisons end there. Far from golden, El Dorado's busy nature may make it one of Colombia's most important airports, but it's also one of the slowest. In a 2012 eDreams survey polled from thousands of customer reviews, El Dorado scored a dismal 2.78 out of 5, placing it towards the bottom. William Shaw, who launched Viva Air Colombia in 2009, blamed the low score on El Dorado's small boarding space, which amounted to inevitable delays. Nearly a decade later, El Dorado still receives complaints concerning long waits, among other things. Number 3. Santorini THIRA International Airport. A large airport can be overwhelming, but small airports bring their own breed of insanity. In addition to accommodating the military, Santorini THIRA International Airport can make room for 9 civilian airlines. You could argue that the minimal space reflects the island's cozy charms, but it's hard to think optimistically when crammed up against a bunch of strangers with the heat bearing down. Even if there are fewer passengers than usual, the airport is long overdue for a makeover. Anyone craving the fresh embrace of air conditioning upon entering the dingy building is in store for a sweltering wake-up call. If you have to use the facilities, we'd suggest just waiting, because calling the bathrooms a Greek tragedy wouldn't even describe half of it. Number 2. Newark Liberty International Airport. Imagine everything we hate about airports crossed with New Jersey's worst elements, and this is what you get. Newark Airport is overcrowded, dirty, and the staff treats travellers pretty much how you'd expect, with the eloquence and professionalism of the Jersey Shore cast. Okay, maybe the last statement is a tad harsh, but anyone expecting friendly service is setting themselves up for a rude awakening. A 2021 study named Newark Airport the worst in America for delays, with just under 25% of flights coming in late. To be fair, this is about 10% better than what a 2019 study found. We guess that means Newark Airport is improving, but not nearly fast enough. We'd say file a complaint, but we all know where it'll end up. Number 1. Los Angeles International Airport. Ah yes, LAX, the 3 most dreaded letters in the realm of airports. The busiest airport in California, Los Angeles International Airport is kind of like one of the city's amusement parks, if it were just the hours-long lines. Los Angeles International Airport is kind of like one of the city's amusement parks, and by that we mean you have to wait in long lines with seemingly no end in sight. In 2019, Fodor's Travel named LAX the world's worst airport, a title only made scathing when you consider that they awarded Hollywood Burbank Airport the best US airport. It's been reported that LAX is undergoing a modernization project to improve safety, congestion, and the overall travel experience. We suppose that's a step in the right direction, but until LAX is fully modernized, we also have to deal with constant construction on top of hellish traffic, a perplexing layout, and ridiculously overstuffed terminals. I personally have been there myself, and I can confirm that this is all absolutely true. LAX, more like laxative.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.